It's very scary.
Yo, Deeds, good morning. What is up, my man?
Good morning. Morning, Jason. Morning, Mr. Goo. How's it going with you?
Uh, s- we're 20 minutes into the day and 20 minutes into the work week, so I guess we're good, right? I got my
Mondays, right?
coffee. Looks like you got your coffee. Um, Happy Monday.
Uh,
Cheers. Let's get it. Let's get after it this week,
Cheers,
dude.
buddy. Yeah, let's get it. It's
Um,
Monday.
yeah, it's definitely Monday. What is your week last week? Let's recap some of that real fast. You had a couple things going on. Your first week back from basically, not basically, from gallbladder surgery, like full time and doing stuff. I know you had some good news go on personally for you and your wife. It's Monday. Let's reflect on that real quick and then jump into the week.
All right, Monday wins. Monday wins. Last week, my first window clean, my first job back after surgery. So I was worried, like they did laparoscopic, so they put holes in me and like pulled it out. So it's like, you're not going to be able to work for 6 weeks. So I'm like really nervous, telling my customers, it's going to be a little bit, but bear with me. Went to the follow up last week. He cleared me full work duty. So I was worried like I'd be lifting something and my guts would spill out on a driveway or in their house or something, but I was overthinking it. So I'm a lot healthier. And I'm actually listening right now. It's starting to rain, so it looks like I'm not working today. It's coming down hard.
Mm.
Yep, my day just got postponed to the afternoon. Uh,
Oh, I'm
but
sorry to hear
last
that.
week, yeah, well, it's okay. I'm going to do them Wednesday. I had today or Wednesday for them. So we actually needed some rain in Houston. It's not like super dry, but it's been pretty warm. Spring, you got to get the rain. But uh, last week, I was able to get to work cleaning windows. I felt great. Was able to move ladders around. The next morning, I felt like I was hit by a truck because I haven't worked in a couple of weeks. So I was like, I'm getting older. But other than that, did a couple gutter jobs and one more window job last week. And the huge win was my wife. She's had this dream to create a creative studio for kids to do drawing, painting, art, reading, literature, all that stuff, and do it in a spot. So we've secured an office, and we just got the key to it yesterday. So that's a huge win for her, and I'm super excited for her.
Kylie,
She's
woo.
had great job, Kylie, my wife.
Mrs.
She's been
Deeds.
Mrs. Deeds. Yeah, she's got a degree in child development, teaching degree to deal. She was involved with, she homeschools our kids. So she's like a teacher mom. I'm proud of her. She's going to do cool things. So I'm going to be doing multiple roles, be more dadding this year because she's going to be stepping up into her role. But I'm also going to be helping her build her business while at the same time grinding the deeds wheels to get the windows clean, to wash houses and just get to work because it's going to be a big financial nut for the year. But I think I can take it on as long as I don't get rained out every friggin' morning.
Teamwork makes the dream work, and you guys are making it pop, bro. That's
Mm-hmm.
outstanding.
Thanks.
Um, I'm gonna recap my week too, real fast, bro. I put in those bids for some of those big ass jobs I was talking about.
Mm-hmm.
It was overwhelming because it's the largest. One of them was the largest commercial projects I've ever bid on. I get down to downtown Phoenix, and it is 3 stories. There's two walls of windows, but on each story, there's like 140 square rectangle, all different size cutouts
Nice.
set inside steel like cutout frames. So I am a little overwhelmed, of course, but I put the bid together and I sent it over, and I'm anxious, nervous, excited. But from my understanding, this thing could be I might not find out for months or even a year and a half. It's through the city and the government.
Wow.
The first story is actually like the whole building is actually fenced off, and the first floor is boarded up. There's no glass in there right now, and we're talking about a building from the 50s or 60s. So I had to add some pricing, and the number came up high. At least I thought in my head, but I'm thinking, man, this is going to be a massive workload. And what
Yep.
if I underbid? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But thankfully, the gal that I'm working with on this project, she was letting me know, hey, if and when they come back at us and it finally gets approved or denied, all we do is we come back with a different number. And if things have changed by the time they come to you and it needs to be a higher number, then you just do it. And I'm like, all
Sure.
right, let's go. So
Well, awesome.
that was a big win for last week. We got all of our stuff done and taken care of. Yeah, it was great. Speaking of wins for last week, we got our first two episodes in the books, dude. Way to go,
Cheers,
Deeds.
bro. Yeah,
Yeah.
we're chalking them up.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you said
It,
it's a year and a half for that bid. That's pretty crazy that you're gonna have to sit and wait on your hands for a year and a half. It's like getting an elephant pregnant or something.
dude,
You
I
just
like, and she said to me, we might not find out for 18 months. And I'm like, oh man, I'm sure she's probably collecting other bids as well.
oh,
Um,
definitely at least
but
one.
yeah. Uh, and to be honest too, that's one of those, and I told her straight up too, look, I've been dying to do kind of projects like these. And I'll find out if I want to keep doing projects like these after I get at least one of the a project like this. I could go
Yeah,
on and love it. Or I could go on and finish it and kick ass at the job and be like, nope, never again. I'm going back to residential.
exactly.
So that's, and my grandpa used to say, and that's where we are.
That's it.
So that's basically what I gleaned from that conversation. Anything going on this week?
This week, just the rain stopped, but it's going to be a wet, sticky day. So I think the weather's going to be great this week. So I'm going to have I've got two window cleanings, a house wash, and a driveway cleaning that's on the books for this week, and then just helping my wife get her suite together. So I'm going to be moving a lot more furniture, ordering shit off of Amazon. It's going to be got a lot of assembling. She's going to, cause she ain't going to do it. I'm going to be the one with the Allen wrenches putting the shit together in her office. So that'll be neat.
Alan.
But when she's got her office together or not together, whatever, I'm going to be able to do filming or, some quiet time in there. So I'll have some projects and stuff I can accomplish, whatever. But here in the garage, it's pretty nice to do videos and whatnot. But I've got a lot of other stuff. But anyway, so I'm excited for her, and I'm excited for you in these bids. Hopefully, you'll hear back before 2027, and you can get these bids locked in and sold.
Bro, if one of these bids land, especially that big one, oh shit, hold on one second.
Mm-hmm. And we're going back to the squeegees. And
Sorry.
so, yeah, yeah, that's
Yeah,
cool.
sorry about that. I just realized, dude, Bart, my freezer door was partially open. That's not good. After we
No,
shoot this, finish this, I'll have to go check and make sure that all my food isn't defrosted.
you're the boss.
Um, yeah, there was ice cream right on the top. Vanilla bean. Um, what the hell was I saying? Um, for this week, you got a couple gigs. I got a couple gigs. I'm getting ready to go on a trip. So I've got to get all my ducks in a row, pack everything, get ready to roll. One, two, three, four. We had to transfer two of our terminals. We do the airport air traffic control towers, two of them here in town,
Cool.
and we don't have the badges to get ourselves in. We have to wait for somebody to let us in. So unfortunately, we had to relocate those from this week to next week. It kind of messes up our schedule, but we'll get it done. That's what we do. Yeah, so just I mean, got some resi work this week. Cap Sports Grill is my first commercial repeat client. They have been going, I think, now for 5 years, and
Nice.
they go the first Wednesday of the month. So I go see Vicky and see them on Wednesday. Last year, they were kind enough to allow me to host a car show and home service event, which was in my opinion, it was a big success. I don't know if everybody else had as much fun as I did, um, but I'm super grateful for clients like Vicky and Caps.
That's cool.
Like I said, they've been around for 5 years with me, so that means a lot to me. You got any crazy like old time clients like that just that have been around and that are just
Yeah, I
special
mean,
to you?
I haven't had a customer give me a car show like type event on their property, but I had a lady give me a big green egg once. I was cleaning her windows, and she's like, she had three grills in the back of her porch, and she's like, I hate all these effing grills. I don't even grill. Can you take this big heavy one? I'm like, that big green egg right there. She goes, yeah. I got a whole bunch of shit with it. I'm like, I will gladly take it, but I'll clean your windows for free. So I cleaned her windows, cleaned them the next spring, and she's a happy cat, and she's been with me for like 5 years. Um,
Sweet.
I want to give props out to Crystal, Pizza Hut. I clean your windows and you give me a stuffed crust with sausage. That's where it's at, Crystal. Thank you. I want to give a shout out, and that's cool. But no, that you got an awesome customer who allows you to do a car show and stuff. That's really nice, and give
Yeah,
back to
she's
the
super sweet about
community and
that.
stuff.
I was supposed to get on the ball on setting the one for this spring. Um, at the end of last year, I went through some personal things, lost my sister-in-law, and then I lost a good buddy. And
Sorry.
then, we talked about some other people that I lost just recently in the last week or so. So I
Right,
kind of
Shane.
put the car show and the event on the back burner till maybe mid-year or whatnot. Um, my my brain can only hold so much. My emotional level needs to be on somewhat even keel. Can't get too high, can't get too low. And with everything else that was going on, I just didn't think that it was appropriate time for me to try to put something together. And
Sure.
I want to dedicate my time to doing this with you, man, and sharing with people and learning from people too. I haven't really gone back. We only barely posted our video like less than 24 hours, so I haven't gone back and seen if anybody's watched or listened or left comments. But I do really want to tell you guys we'll appreciate any and all feedback. If there's topics that you want us to cover, please put it out there. If there's questions you want to ask about us, either personal or
Reach
whatever,
out.
that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, just reach out. It's cool. We're still thinking about names for the show. We talked about wake and wash. Deeds you've been using if you're washing. I like that one too. I know that's your page, right?
Well, let's do a wake and wash. I like that one.
That one's wake and wash is fun. We fill your bucket. I mean, we're trying to get that's another one.
Hmm.
And fill your bucket. I kind of mentioned it earlier. It's like not just your working bucket. It's like your
Yourself
bucket of life.
too. Yeah.
Yeah, like
Sure.
your passion bucket. I want to help everybody fill their passion bucket. I want to be there too. If you need to unload some of that bucket, you know what I mean?
Sure.
Because if it starts to overflow, overflow with joy or overflow with stress, we want to be here for you guys. That's
Yeah.
kind of the whole idea behind this show and Mark and I getting together in the mornings.
Yeah.
Um,
We want to give you
and
10 pounds of happiness in a 5 pound bag or a five
there
pound
you
bucket. Sorry. There you go.
go. In a 5 gallon bucket,
Yeah. 5 gallon
right?
bucket. Yeah. But
Hilarious.
yeah. So it's
Speaking
all,
of,
go ahead.
I was just gonna say you got yours behind you, and I know you were gonna get ready for the day, but
Yeah. Well, I was gonna show everybody, with a wall like this, you've got all your shit up there so you can visually see, there it is. My whole deal is I just grab what I need for the day, place it on and or near the bucket, and I said, fuck it. And then I go to work. And it makes it super easy because when I'm done with work, got a bunch of towels. That's my J. Camaro commemorative towels, the old surgical husks. We're going to bring the water-fed pole this morning. We're going to do some trad, although I don't know if I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to load up because I do hear trickling. So I don't want to I'm not going to get fully loaded because I'll just make a mess for myself if I have projects and shit today. But anyway, as you can see, I just pull shit off, bring it home. I wash it, stage it, fold it, put it away. But my bucket's happy. I got all my cool ass stickers from American Window Cleaner magazine. So if you're an AWC subscriber, awesome. You know all about the bucket stickers. If you're not, freaking join it. It's something like 60 something dollars a year. You're a contributing writer. You do some awesome articles. So get on it, guys. Get your AWC magazines. Get your stickers every month and check them out. They do great articles. Good job.
dude, I want to say thank you for throwing that out there, Deeds. AWC's been super great for me. Um, I didn't even really know the magazine existed until a while ago. I mean, this sounds really corny, but sometimes when you're like, I've only been in the rooms for 4 or 5 years, something like that. Um, and like you see people, you scroll, you don't know who's who, you don't know what's what. Um, yeah, and I didn't even get the subscription until I don't know 8, 10 months ago, something like that. And just reading it has helped me learn a lot, man. And the readers are pretty amazing. I mentioned the other day I've gotten a couple emails from a couple different readers, and it just made my day. And this isn't about me, but I want like when guys and gals take the time to give shout outs or send an email, um, it is appreciated. And there's a lot, it's kind of like what we talked about, a lot of the work that goes into getting the products to the States, or if they're not built, made in the US. Also, there's a lot of work that goes around a publication like American Window Cleaner Magazine. Um, Lacey, the editor, is absolutely outstanding. Uh, she gets window cleaners, and she's helpful when it comes to the writing aspect, understanding and caring. And that's that's the kind of person that I enjoy working with. So shout out to Lacey and AWC Mag. And like you said, Deeds, if you're not a subscriber, I don't know what you're waiting for. Um, yeah, $60
If
for
you
the
like,
year.
if you like Windows, you like reading about Windows and clients and networking and business idea solutions, they've got all the articles for you and the friggin' stickers. I mean, that shit's cool. You place them on your baby's foreheads or on your refrigerator, wherever. Your bucket. Fill your bucket, folks. Fill it with
Absolutely.
stickers. That's right.
For sure. What other big projects you got going on this week? I mean, anything, nothing huge, nothing.
What? Nothing huge, just whatever my wife tells me to do. I am seeing an uptick in emails or what is it? Online quotes. People asking for estimates. So it seems like spring is starting to kick off here in Houston.
Yeah.
Sending out a thing of emails to my alphabetically, the A through C's this week. Next week, D through F. That kind of shit. That way, I'm not overwhelmed with 360, 480, whatever, how many replies at one time. That way, I can break it up. So that's a little tip for you guys. Instead of sending a mass email to every customer you have, say if you have 100, so you have 1,000, break it up into chunks every couple of days. That way you don't get 9 replies wanting it done by this weekend because you said, hey, I'm taking estimates. You don't want to. I don't. A lot of guys book 30 days in advance. It's fine, but if you break it up, you can get a little trickle effect and sprinkle in your week if it's kind of slow or whatever. But contact your
Do you,
customers.
yeah, do you use a CRM? Do you use your
Yeah,
Google Calendar? What do you?
I use Mark8, and so I'm able to break down the customer list. You can move it to like Mailchimp and then do like email blasts and shit like that. Or you just go down the list and you can text them. Hey, this is Mark from last year. Your window's still gross. I can get them in there. Get them done by this weekend. Get them done by next weekend. Uh, have a great day. You just reach out to them, or as Joe Hardy would say, just pick up the goddamn Rolodex, the phone book, and physically call each customer. And that
Yeah.
personal touch will send you over the edge and will probably give you like a 90% closing rate versus just texting or emailing. So if you're really desperate, you want to sell that customer, if you know the little difference of the cordial hello, talking on the phone, a little personal touch, that goes a long way. So that's a tip. Call them. Don't text them. Don't email. Physically call them. But at the very least,
Yeah,
send an email
I
blast.
used to do that a lot in the beginning.
Mm.
It's funny that as we kind of gain more customers, we kind of slip away from doing the things that got us to where we were.
Yeah,
Um, I had a CRM. I dumped it. I'm in the market, I guess you could say. I heard you just let me know about Mark8. I've heard Jobber. I used Thrive for a year.
mm,
I didn't take the time. I guess I didn't take the time to learn the system very well, so I felt like I was just spending for nothing.
sure.
Um, when
It's
I
not cheap.
already do, yeah, and I already do the maintenance on my client stuff. I mean, on my calendar, Google Calendar. I know it takes a little longer and this and that, but it's just one of those things that I'm used to. Um, I should break that bad habit, but one of these days we'll figure it out.
It
One of
happens.
these
As
days.
long as you've got them organized, you know who they are. If you got your Rolodex, your email list, you're good. But CRM will help take a lot of the complications out of it because it's all organized and streamlined. And Mark8 is something like $39 a month. You can get additional bullshit for text messaging and that kind of deal. So I pay a little extra, but it's still easier to swallow than like Jobber for 90 a month or so.
Dude, mine was like 229 or something ridiculous. And I
Yeah,
could post, I could do like a year out post to Facebook and all this other stuff. And
sure. Yeah,
uh and it would allow me to do all sorts of this and that. And I'm just like, I didn't
over
have,
your head.
yeah, I
No,
didn't have, I need somebody smarter than me to do that kind of stuff. I can do the Facebook. I'm barely learning TikTok for Christ's sake. Um,
What's a
and
TikTok?
yeah, dude, like seriously, I watch some of these videos and I'm like, holy shit, you guys are dope. But yeah, I just if I had somebody maybe that was responsible for that, then that would be easier. That and
Sure,
me being that person, it's not happening yet. Um, but we're continuing to grow and build, and maybe one day I'll have that taken care of. You know what I mean? And that's the goal. To
sure.
continue to grow as a business and to grow as a person. To make sure that my guys is happy and employed and getting his shit done. So we're checking all the boxes right now.
Cool.
Uh, and that's what matters, dude, right?
Yep, that's it. And, I mean, spring is on its way. I mean, it's on the heels, and it's going to get busy for everybody soon. So you got to get your shit together and get ready for the wave of onslaught of phone calls, tire kickers.
Yeah, it's starting already. You mentioned you're starting to get calls. I'm starting to get calls. I mean, I get them throughout the year, but now I'm getting two and three a day. Um, I
Yep.
don't know. I'm sure the market is super saturated where you're at too.
Yes.
Um,
Yep. But the thing
it's
about me is I've been in business for like 5, 6 years. So a
yeah,
lot of mine is referral, a lot of my word of mouth. I've got one of the Facebook pages of one of these nice neighborhoods where the ladies, I'm looking for someone to clean window. Mr. D
yeah,
did my windows last week. He did great. So I always tell my part of my shtick is my whole job is to do a great job for you so that you recommend me to your neighbors. And they always come around and say, well, I found you. Yeah, I found you on the Facebook. Oh, my job is to make you so happy that you put me on that Facebook page again, doing a great job. And so you find that lady, find that neighborhood, get in there and make it happy. Do a good
I,
job.
I couldn't. Yeah, that's kind of like what I got popping to.
Mhm.
When I started 13 years ago, that's about when Nextdoor was coming out.
Nice.
Uh, and I moved into a brand new neighborhood. And at that time, I only had a backpack and a bucket connected to my thing, and some rags and towels and all my tools in my backpack. And I would just go bang on doors and knock on doors. And this is before ring cameras too.
Mhm.
So fools wouldn't trip, and they answer the door. Um, and then at that same time too, there was this there was this home builder that screwed over like 300 homes, and they were all getting restuccoed.
Nice.
And so we went through that neighborhood, ended up getting that contract. Billy Sloan, shout out to you. Um, Billy was my boy. He was working commercial window cleaning in the mornings, dude. He'd work from like 6 or 7 until like 8, 9, 10, whenever his shit was done. Then he'd come work with me, and then we go bang out a couple 2 stories. And yeah, man. Next door and that right there really kind of got us kicked off back in 2008, 2009, 2010. And then finally in 2012, I finally got the LLC and, went from there. But yeah, man, it's been a fun ride. I'm grateful to be still washing windows, grateful to be safe, grateful to have met some more wonderful people in our industry, dude. Yourself included in that.
Yeah.
Um,
Thank you.
yeah, man. What really got you? You kind of touched on it a little bit in your intro, but what really got you into all this? Like, what were you doing before
Well,
washing windows and pressure
well,
washing?
good question. And I'll give you the 3 minute story. My wife and I, we had 2 kids. I work from home as dispatcher in my little office. And so I'm sitting there. We were talking about, do we have a third kid or do we take our two to the Polynesian resort at Disney? So it's like it's 9,000 for a kid or it's 9,000 for a Polynesian resort, with day passes to Disney. I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna go to Disney, right? Or I'm kidding. Fuck it, we're gonna have a kid. So I get on the computer. I'm looking at Target.com. Like I gotta get a part-time weekend job or some shit because kids aren't cheap. I look out the window and my fucking deeds lady to my neighborhood stops at my mailbox and like with a clipboard. So I'm like, honey, I'm getting the mail. Walk out to my mailbox. I'm like, hey, Deb, what's going on? She goes, oh, you've got some mildew and stuff on the side of your house. It's no big deal. We're sending a letter to everybody in the neighborhood. Nothing personal. In May, you'll get a letter, but just take care of it. Thanks. She drives off. I walk in the house and I shut off the computer, the Target. I was like, honey, I'm going to start a pressure washing business. She goes, what do you mean? So I just cleaned the driveway, the weekend before because I had a pressure washer. So I was like, yeah, I can do this. So long story short, I started Mr. Deeds pressure washing right then and there because I had just watched Mr. Deeds on TV like the night before and fallen asleep. And so I was like, that's a cool name. So I searched the web. Nobody even touched on it. I was like, that's it. Grabbed it. Uh, Started pressure washing. A month or two later, I had a lady call me, ask me if I would clean her French pane windows. I checked out her house, like, holy shit. So contacted Jersey, said, hey, I need a water fed pole unit because, this is a lot of windows and shit. So got myself a water fed pole unit, bought all this. Hold on, let me back up. Bought my window supplies, and then a couple of weeks later, bought the water fed pole unit after she had asked for that. So got into window cleaning right after I started pressure washing, but I been doing it for a couple of years. Once COVID hit, like the next year, I lost my dispatching job, so I jumped full time into pressure washing, window cleaning, and it's paid my bills and led me here. It's been
That's
great.
awesome.
If you clean windows, you're a hero because you're climbing ladders, you're doing shit unless you're Waterford pole. But you can provide for your family, you can make a living cleaning windows, washing houses. Being a self-made self-service guy.
You're absolutely right. Bro, you got a water fed within the first month of you messing
No, no,
around
no.
with your
I messed up. It was maybe 3 or 4 months after I started window cleaning, because there
damn.
was a. I'm gonna have to look into that exactly when, but I didn't want to touch these big ass. She had like one of these 3,000 square foot homes, 600
Yeah.
panes of glass, and I wasn't wanting to touch it. So I can't remember how much longer after, but it was maybe a few months, and it was a big nut to swallow because the whole
Yeah,
system
that's
wasn't
that's a big
cheap.
investment, dude.
Yes, and that's why I was scared, and I didn't want it because the voodoo behind spraying fucking water on a window and then watching it evaporate and to clean was like beyond what I could comprehend. That's why I had to have like Jersey talk me into it because we had to
Uh,
explain the shit. And then I used that to explain to the lady how I'm not going to kill her plants because her big concern was she had her windows cleaned by the last guy and like he used the solution that he sprayed on. He washed her house and killed her plants. So I was going to use
yeah.
DI water and a brush and I explained it, sold it, and the point is that the first job took like a third of the chunk off the purchase, because it is a big purchase, but it's worth it in your business if you use it. So try to sell those water fed jobs, explain the science, and get her done. But that was it. Yeah. And the reason I bought the water fed was because my part of my scheme shtick spiel was that it's safer. You're not up on the ladder reaching out
Yeah.
doing the Frank rave on every freaking French pane, or it makes your life a lot safer for the homeowner too, because you're not going to hear the thud. What was that? I don't know. I think Billy fell off the ladder type deal, and that's not good. So
No.
what if it pull safety, and a lot of the equipment you see, you buy different stuff for different jobs.
Applications.
Yes. So, the insole pole, I bought that immediately as soon as it was released because I don't want to get shocked by any solar panels or any kind of overhead wires. I know I'm careful or cautious enough not to do it, but when you have safety, you're better off. The bullhorn ladder stabilizers that you put on top of your ladder, another thing. And I'm getting on a tangent, but just like safety first, guys. It's all about coming home at the end of the day because all this shit is worth nothing, and your wife, she's going to sell all your stuff if you're gone. So take care of yourself, take care of your tools, and take care of your wife. I mean, have a happy life and let her know how much the shit is worth. I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
But
man.
be safe, guys.
No, that's right. I have the exact same. Well, so I didn't get my water fed until the end of 2023, and I'd been banging on glass for like I don't know, 15 years or some shit at that point. And I was that guy too. Fuck water fed. Like, it's
Mhm.
all bullshit. You know what I mean? Like,
It shouldn't
but I
work.
also didn't have anybody really explain it to me. I had Jersey tell me over the phone, he's like, why don't you get somebody in your it sounds so funny, in your neighborhood. I'm like, bro, do you know how fucking big Phoenix is? Like in your neighborhood. Why don't you have somebody in your area um go for a ride along or something? And I tried that and I was still like, bro, I'm faster than these clowns, like doing that. And I didn't like their setup. And then I had this
Sure.
great guy come over to my house and actually show me. That helped me too, but he was using a different setup too, and I wasn't sold on that one. Um, and then I went out to Denver and tested one from Andy from Andy's Window Wash. And he kind of got me sold on it a little bit. But then, like I said, when I finally did get out to the huge and talk to Jersey, physically get my hands on the unit that I knew there was going to be basically one that was coming to my house, have me walk through the baby steps, reassurance, and all that bullshit because I didn't want to be dropping 3Gs on poles and all that. But yeah, it turned out to be a good investment.
Hmm.
And I'm really glad that I do. You know, I have added it to my game and my repertoire, and pretty much I can't think of too many things now that I really need um, for window cleaning. I'm pretty much set. There are a couple things that I have my eyes on, and there are a couple things that I just picked up this past week to try to get better at, dude.
Nice.
Um, I got another Mormon handle. I got to try and up my pole game. My pole game is
Yep.
not strong, so I'm looking to adjust that. Don't worry, no videos to follow anytime soon. It's not that. I just want to learn how to use it better, man.
It's all
Uh,
in the wrist. It's all in the
yeah,
wrist.
man. Like Chubbs, right?
That's it.
Instead of the hips, it's all in the
It's
wrist.
all in the wrist. I mean, same with you. I've only recently started using the pole a lot, and that was because, like the waterfed pole, I felt like the trad pole. You know, I can get a pretty good job. I used to be able to do an okay job. I just have to get up in detail and get the water gone. But after practicing with it, I'd say I'm more of a master. A couple, actually, the job I just did when I came back from the surgery, I pulled three of the front windows of this house, and I felt like a champion. Like, you know, I didn't have to get the ladder out. You know, you feel good
Yeah,
when you can really master that pole when you could a ladder, and you're like, fuck yeah, I did that. Even though it's obvious, you know, a lot of windows you should be doing that regardless. But it was just a cool feeling when you can do like the perfect tread on a window, and it's been a while. And I'm no master. I mean, I'll have to touch it up, or I'll have to do it twice. But doing it right feels so good. You know,
yeah. It's that mission accomplished type feel.
yeah,
I get that one. I get that one 100%. And people ask me a lot of times too, like, what is the best or the coolest feeling when you're while you're cleaning? Well, sometimes when you just hit a perfect window, that's a great
yep,
feeling. But then actually, when you do a monster job and you back up and you see a homeowner or you see that house and you're like, I did that. That
yes,
is, that's kind of the money's good. But
yeah.
that too, the other feeling, like, yeah, man, I did that.
Yeah, I
Shit's
mean, it looked really fucking bad. There was dirt all over the window, the whole side of the thing. I mean, you're in Phoenix, so you know it, wind blown and dust on the side of the
yeah.
whole bit. And then just to go from that to clean is just, I mean, you got obviously some good views on that, but yeah, proud of your work and accomplishment. That's what this is all about. You know, doesn't matter if it takes you 5 minutes to clean a big ass window, or 2 minutes, or 1 minute, or 10 seconds. As long as it's clean and the customer doesn't see any fuck ups, you've succeeded. You know, get paid. That's the deal.
Yeah, man.
But
All right. Well, any other big things that we need to cover for this week?
I like your hat. I like
I
the
rocked that
hat
one for
action.
you. Actually, because I woke up this morning and I haven't gotten in the shower yet. It's 6:18 a.m. It's still dark outside. Um, yeah, and I threw on the Titan for you, and there's the blue, the GG3.
Yeah, I want to make apology. Just like the ladies on the View, I said I use GG3. I use GG4. I'm a GG4 man. All right, GG3 is the orange shit. I'm a GG4 man. But
You're
anyway,
all
Titan's where it's at. Like Glass Gleam 4. It's where it's at. So get some. This helps it glide, keeps it wet. Titan, good shit.
he's all
That's all.
edit. I meant to edit.
Yeah. No, no. Go ahead.
That's good as long, hey, you're making
I'm
sure it's
remembering. I'm covering my ass because it's not orange, it's blue, and it's four, not two. It's not three. Is it? No, it's glass clean four. Four. One,
yes.
two, three, four. You can't get glass clean three. Just kidding. That's four. We're good.
Kids good? Everything good?
Everything's good.
Right on, man. Well, I'm really looking forward to getting some more of these in the can. I don't know what shoot for maybe a Wednesday or for sure a Friday. I'm actually
Sure.
going to be in Denver though on Friday morning, so we're gonna have to figure out. I'll figure something out because
Sure. That's fine.
I will like to do another episode from
We'll
the
try to churn
D.
these out every couple days. I'll get our shit in order. I'll try to get a actual YouTube channel started for this, and we'll slide the episodes over and such. We'll get an actual name. It'll be on the list of things to do, and we'll get this bitch rolling. But it's been fun talking with you in the mornings. I hope these guys are getting something out of it. Uh, just listen while you're pooping, or watch while you're driving, or watch while you're slinging suds, and just give a giggle, laugh, have people
I
look at
hope
you
so,
funny, like, what'd you
man.
just laugh at?
I hope so. I want to say thanks again for letting me get some things off my chest yesterday. Um, it 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 was a little bit of a rough afternoon. Last night I ended up going to a church group too, and was able to have some great conversation and help put my mind at ease. And yeah, just yeah. So thanks for allowing me to get that off my chest yesterday. And I want to tell anyone who is listening too, if you guys are going through anything that you want to share, give us a shout. Shoot me a text, whatever. If it's something you want to talk about personally, not in the rooms or whatever, I can do that too. I got no problem keeping lips sealed too. So give me a shout, 602-554-2804, or you give me a shout at Streak Free AZ. You guys know where to find me on Facebook. You know where to find me on Insta, all that other jazz. If you prefer email, no, don't email me. It's a pain in the ass. Well, yeah. Jason Garrick, GERRICH at gmail.com. You can do it that way too. Get that subscription to AWC. Keep jumping in the rooms. The rooms do help. Deej, you got anything else?
No, thanks WCR and Zero for keeping it real, being awesome suppliers. We're going to say thanks to Glass Clean 3 or 4 or both today, just for being awesome as well, rocking your cool hat.
Dad's in
Uh,
the house.
yeah, and yeah, you guys just get busy. It's fucking Monday. Let's get at it. Sell the jobs. Put your fiber rounds. If you got door hangers in your car, put them around the freaking houses.
Change your
Uh,
rubber.
change your fucking rubbers, and make sure to spay and neuter your pets.
Got to
That's all I
spay
got.
and neuter these pets.
Yeah,
But
especially in Houston, they're everywhere, man.
like you said, change those rubbers. Nothing
Change.
better than sliding in a new rubber. My battery, my battery's about to die. I'm gonna turn off the camera. I hope you guys all have a great day. Thanks for tuning in. And Deez, we'll check you later on this afternoon, bud.
Check in later, man. Have a good day, guys. Bye bye now.
Take care.